I've started. Just hold on. Yeah, it's been started. Yes,
Okay.
Sanjay. So, how was your interview?
Yeah, the interview wasn't very hard, but there were like three sections. The interview was divided into three sections. One was the case study round, one was SQL round, and the last one was the Q&A round where I would ask questions and about the company and other things. So
Okay.
yeah, the first round, case study round, wasn't very hard. It was they gave me three scenario based questions, and I had to write my reasoning, my pointers on a Google sheet. At the same time, I was told to dictate my thought process behind those pointers. So those questions weren't really hard, and the interviewer also gave me sufficient time to think and answer.
Okay. Hmm.
So that round went fine. Next next that came was the sequel round, and I was only asked two
Okay.
questions.
So,
The
just
first,
hold on, Sanjay.
yeah,
In the there was three scenario, right?
yeah.
In the scenario one, was that case study round?
Yeah, that was a business sense case study.
Okay.
Was
And
it wasn't a
if you can
guesstimate.
just, if you can, okay, that was complete. So just put some light on that also. How the case study was. Okay. What was
Okay.
exactly you were asked?
Yeah, okay. I was asked key metrics that I would take into consideration uh, from a consumer point of view, uh, like from Zomato's consumers, like what are the key metrics that would help us in improving operations at Zomato from a customer point of view.
Okay.
So that was I was asked. I gave some 7 8 pointers in that one.
Hmm.
Next,
Hmm.
I was asked, what was it? They asked me that we are opening a new Blinkit store in a new
Hmm.
district. So, uh, how can we anticipate the uh, the demand of our services in that new location? So
Okay.
I sort of answered in a way that we could compare it through another district, which is quite similar, uh,
Hmm.
like a sister city. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I sort of answered in that way. And
Okay.
there was one more question. It's getting out of my mind.
Okay, that's
Uh,
fine. That was also related something to this, right?
yeah, it was similar.
Okay, great. And Sanchit, I think for this, just adding here point for someone if they will watch this recording. So whenever this kind of things happen, right? Let's say they wanted to launch something. I think before your interview also we had communication, as I mentioned. They might ask this kind of questions. They wanted to launch something or they are seeking for something, new outlets as we had, right? We
Mhm,
had
yeah.
communication over this. They would be
Yes.
seeking like, hey, I wanted to launch new outlets somewhere or how many outlets are there, how uh, their model is, how profit they can increase or something, right? So
Yeah.
here what happened, you should actually be ready with some of framework like 4P, okay? As
Okay.
we and then there are some more like facial analysis, okay?
Hmm.
5F forces. Now,
Hmm.
because there this question was supposed to be answered using 4P framework, okay?
Okay.
And yeah, definitely before directly jumping upon answer, you should actually ask some clarification question also. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I
that's fine.
did. Mm,
Let's go to
yeah,
the
I did
next one.
ask some questions before
Hmm.
explaining my thought process, but yeah, that's what I mostly answered.
Great,
Yeah.
very good.
Um, then the sequel round,
Hmm.
I was asked two questions. The first one, I don't know what happened. I put so much focus on medium and hard questions that I just fumbled on the fundamentals. There were like
Okay,
two tables, and both tables had one row, one column each. And I was asked to do an inner join, left join, and a right join. And the tables were
okay,
labeled as numbers 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 5, like that. So I don't know,
Hmm.
my brain just froze looking at that because I was used to doing um scenario based questions that had proper
Hmm.
data instead of these variables. So
Okay.
I don't know why, what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. So you
So
mean
I,
they had a column. In that column, there was like value, right? One, two, three, four,
yes,
five. And again,
yes,
in the
yes,
second table also, they might
yes.
ask like how many number of rows it will return or which value will be that. Something like
Yeah.
that, Sanjay?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Okay.
S-
Okay.
So I sort of fumbled that, and I attempted it. It's not like I left it. I attempted it. I even said correctly one answer, but then I
Okay. Good.
changed it again because of
Hmm.
overthinking. So it was an easy question. It was just a little tricky to wrap my head around because I had never done such a question. Uh,
Hmm.
so yeah. The second question was easy. I was given mm, I was given sales data, and in that I was supposed to. There were two columns, and
Okay.
no, there was one column, and I was supposed to rank those columns. First off, I was asked to write the syntax for any one of the three window functions: row number, rank, dense
Hmm.
rank. So I wrote rank syntax. That was correct. And then I
Okay.
was told to write the
Their
output.
county is now connected.
Uh,
Just one second.
yeah.
Yes. Sanjay, please continue.
Then I was told to write the output as per row number, rank, and dense rank. For row number, it was easy. Rank,
Hmm.
I skipped a number after like repetition. And intense rank, no skipping was supposed to be done, so that was
Hmm.
correct. Mm,
Okay.
and then lastly, the last round was just Q&A, some questions I had in mind about the company, and so that was
Hmm.
it.
Great. Great. So it
Yeah.
means the overall that you mentioned three scenario. First was the estimates or case study, you can say, and then the sequel round, right, where you had a
Mm,
sales data, then you were supposed to do some analysis, correct? And I
yes.
believe in this, the mostly question was only from join and window function, right?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and that's it, right? Correct. So Sanjit,
Yes.
I'm expecting that interview was supposed to be very well because right? I mean, you have understanding of on joins and window function.
Hmm.
Um, but I will recommend see what actually you should do. I mean, that's great. It was really very excellent effort from your side for this interview because it was first interview for you, right,
Yeah.
Sanjit,
Yes.
as a data analyst? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so as we have, I mean, because we don't had opportunity to go on this topic right now, we haven't completed join, right, and window function yet,
Yeah.
right, Sanjit?
Yes.
So, I mean, whoever with any mentee, if I have completed this session, then definitely I trained them on this all variables that you were supposed to, that you were asked in interview. Okay,
Hmm.
Sanjit, like the numbers in two columns or two tables, and you will be supposed to predict how many number of rows it will return or which records will return actually, and how it will
Hmm.
differ in inner join, left, right, outer. Okay, even we have done some operation on null. Okay, so anyways, that's great. We'll have some. I mean, when this time will come, right, for this all join and window function, we'll do this in our session. Okay, Sanjit.
Okay. Yeah.
Apart from this, is there anything that you wanted to add at top of this from your experience for a beginner? Let's say if they don't know, I mean, similarly like you, if they are appearing in interview for first time. So what
Hmm.
should they consider in terms of stress or thing? Because initially you mentioned me like just because of overthinking and stress, you made silly errors, right? You mentioned in chat.
Yes.
So
Yes.
on those stuff, what you will add?
Uh, just not to think too much about what questions
Hmm.
they'll be asking. Just treat it as a conversation between two people.
Hmm.
The mistake I made was I just gave too much. I put too much at stake for the interview, and
Hmm.
I placed too much importance. So that's why I sort of fumbled in the interview. But if you treat it just like a conversation between two people talking about data and business, then you won't really feel that nervous like I was. So
Great.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, Sanjit. I mean, initially also we had communication. So I mentioned that hey, just go with like chill mind, and they will be just asking you mostly the basic or theory part, right? And
yeah,
you
yeah.
will be asked to solve very basic question. And I believe Sanjit, as much efforts we put it to solve question on lead code, and even stata scratch, even you ask some question through from data lemma, right?
Yes.
And definitely you have an idea now after the interview that those questions from lead code and data lemma were more than hard as expected in interview, isn't it? So interview was quite very easy than those,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yes.
So you should actually be more and more focused on the how actually clauses and things work. So let's say you should be very proficient how join work in backends, right? Despite knowing I'm passing just two column, common keys like a column in on
Yeah.
clause. So these are not enough. You should must know how they work, how the matching happen, right?
Yeah.
So these backend operations are very, very important. Yeah,
True.
great, Sanchit. Anything else, Sanchit, you want to add here?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, so how would you rate this interview from your side with Blinkit?
Performance wise, I would say 6 out of 10. And from the interviewer's perspective, he was very patient and uh, gave me sufficient time to answer. And I would say
Hmm.
9 out of 10.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It was great communication with you, Sanchit, over this interview feedback. Okay,
Yeah.
and I believe definitely you will have a good uh, response from their side. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
let's wait. Like I mean, we'll wait and let's hope for the best. Right, and then meanwhile we'll keep prepare for the another round. Okay.
Okay, Dhruvesh.